Holy smokus, it ain't no jokus. Breaking XRP news. I was gonna go to sleep. I was not planning making a video, but the news that just came out over the last 10-15 minutes has got the crypto market on the rise. What could this potentially mean for us going into this holiday weekend in the US? What could this mean for XRP and the rest of the crypto market? We're gonna cover that. Let's get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So the big headline that has come out this evening, we were waiting to see, will President Trump, will the US renew the attacks on Iran, or is the ceasefire going to be postponed or prolonged? And so far, unless this is a false flag and it's all, a rouge to put the Iranians into a false, positive sense, the White House, the president tweeted out that the agreement has been largely negotiated and will be announced shortly. Trump says the strait will be reopened under the agreement. And you can see here, I'm in the Oval Office at the White House, where we just had a very good call with the President Mahmoud bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, Zayed of UAE, and the Emir of, what is this? The Prime Minister Muhammad, it doesn't say where he's from Pakistan, President of Turkey, Egypt, Jordan, Bahrain, concerning the Islamic Republic of Iran, and all things related to the Memorandum of Understanding pertaining to peace. An agreement has been largely negotiated, subject to finalization between the United States of America, the Islamic Republic of Iran, and various other countries, as listed separately. I had a call with Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu of Israel, which likewise went very well. Final aspects and details of the deal are currently being discussed and will be announced shortly. In addition to many other elements of the agreement, the Strait of Hormuz will be open. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. We're expected to receive more details on the agreement very soon. The deal is expected to include gradual reopening of Hormuz, easing of sanctions, freezing of Iranian funds. And you can see Trump brought VP Vance, the Joint Chiefs Chair Kane, hence Hegseth, and the entire National Security Council to the White House room from Iran. With the meeting starting now, Netanyahu has limited Israeli security cabinet also to speak with Trump. And that all happened. And we saw XRP go from all the way down at 130 all the way up to 136. As in you can see, we had that early morning dump, and now XRP is up about 4.5% since then. Now, we were speculating, again, we never know with President Trump, what could potentially happen here this morning. We talked about the possibilities. I told you that, him missing his son's wedding and everything that was happening and all the pizzas, right? It looked like we potentially could see the opposite of what we're hearing right now. Maybe by the time I go to sleep soon and I wake up tomorrow morning, things are different, right? Like, I hope I don't go to sleep and I get waken up by, an alarm on my phone or something like that, because that's a possibility that could happen. Like, things could flip, things could change. So we don't know what's going to happen. So we have to be careful with this. I know that the market is very excited right now, and we're seeing things that are coming up. Also, you can see Bitcoin also rising here from around 74,000. So also Bitcoin got a nice 3% pump there. Ethereum up about also 5%. So all of them are up around, give or take, the same amount. I'm guessing a little bit. Solana's up almost 6%. The ones that had a little bit more short action, a little bit more squeezability. This will be very interesting to see over the next 48 hours what comes out here. Now, we can debate on, largely negotiated is not signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay. So we have to take that into consideration. And I don't want to go into too much. Is this a failure from the US and Israel? Is this a failure for the Iranian people? And things like that. We can get into a discussion about it if you guys want. But the conclusion of all of this is that oil still runs the world and inflation still runs the world. And when inflation and the yields went over 4.5%, something needs to happen. Trump cannot have mortgages at a really high rate. Trump cannot have inflation going wild because he knows that there's midterm elections coming up soon. And if they Republicans lose that, he basically won't be able to do anything the last 2 years of his presidency. And I don't think he wants to leave his legacy in the US on that note. On the flip side, you could have many pundits that will be saying, oh, well, he failed here. But if he's able to bring down inflation, then that would be good for midterm elections. So again, I don't want to get too political in this. It's not done yet. It's not over. It's not sealed and delivered. Of course, I want peace. I want to have a long-term peace. I'm talking 100 years of peace now. I don't know if that's going to happen, right? Hopefully, you guys know what I've went through. Some of you don't. It hasn't been easy the last 3-4 years, and hopefully, I don't have to experience this anymore, and my children don't have to experience these situations anymore. But we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. We pray for peace, right? So that's going to be very interesting to see what happens here in the next few hours. How does the market react, and where do we go from here? A little bit Clarity Act news. So it's not just the situation news. The Clarity Act could unlock yield as a service. STBL Joe Villano says this may be the bill's biggest outcome, creating an entirely new crypto market. So this is very interesting. Yield as a service, and you could have the bill shifts crypto from hold to earn to use to earn models by limiting bank-like interest equivalents, pushing development of complete infrastructure like AI-driven treasury, lending, and collateral management, managing images in the post feature, the Clarity Act with okay, that's that's just the AI. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. I just read, I don't know if this is interesting to you guys, but there was like a conference today, a Google conference, and the fact is that AI and even Google products, it's not like a promotion for Google or anything, but just from what I read, the steps that we're going to be moving forward are jumping, right? So, for example, right now, if you use Claude, if you use Gemini or any other AI, right, you kind of go back and forth with AI and he asks you questions or he gives you answers, right? Or they. It seems that the next step is that you just give them a task, and this is already going with Claude, but not and similar things like that, but not really with the ChatGPT and Gemini and Grok, right? That you give him a task, you shut your phone, you shut your computer, and it continues to work in the background. Also, there's going to be some very advanced movie editing tools and things like that. So maybe soon my videos will get a lot more snazzy with cool edits, right? Without having to pay an editor. So that's going to be an advancement. And of course, right, this is a video about crypto, about XRP. How are we going to be able to use all these advancements in our favor to find the best potential investments in the crypto market and stock market and real estate, wherever businesses, and we can, right? We talk about finance more. I try and give you more broad, spectrum of things, not just XRP, not just crypto. And this is going to be very interesting to see the jump forward in AI, how this could potentially help us. Actually wanted to do like a tutorial to connect TradingView to AI and things like that and how to use it. Maybe soon. I'm trying to do a lot of things that you're not seeing behind the scenes. We'll potentially see those in the next coming months, but I wanted to do that as well. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think this means a peace deal, an agreement? Is this just a 60-day, ceasefire agreement maybe, and then in 2 months we'll be back at the same point? Or is this whole deal over? Oil's going to drop. and inflation is going to come down and markets are going to boom, right? Maybe that's going to happen. Or is this all a false flag and it's just trying to get the Iranians into a false sense of positivity? What's the there's a phrase, false sense of, I can't remember. I tried to say it in the beginning. But let me Google this for a second. Oh, this is driving me crazy. False sense of security. That's what I wanted. False sense of security. Come on, Avi. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below so you can help support the channel. Maybe the crypto market is going to rise like a phoenix now with all of this shenanigans over. And then the only thing that we have left is the Clarity Act, and hopefully that can get passed, although probabilities are coming down a little bit on the potential of passage. But maybe if there's no more conflict, President Trump can focus on pushing that forward. So we'll see what happens with that. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.